Have every interest in him being around. That's them on their quarterback. Okay, well, what's our quarterback think about it? What up, Chase?
You know how I feel about him. He's absolutely their guy. Look, not only did John Lynch say he's going to be our quarterback, he said a long, there was two longs in there, long time. And I totally agree with him. Look, I'm a big Brock Purdy fan, okay? I want to let you guys know that he finished fourth. Like, sometimes we forget because of a bad season. They finished 6-11. He finished fourth in MVP voting last year. He has the same amount of career playoff wins as Lamar Jackson. Okay? He just finished his third year. He's taken this team to an NFC Championship game, and I would have said they would have won if he would have stayed healthy because they were really good that year. And he took them to the Super Bowl in his second year. The dude is, first 2 years, he was 18-4 as a starter. This year, struggled. 18-4 as a starter, I get it. He's got really good pieces around him, but he fits the system so well. Supremely accurate. He throws the deep ball well. He understands the nuances of Shanahan's system. And so when you look at the sample size, I know what he did this year. Like, there's been a lot of situation, a lot of talk about the 49ers. But when you get a guy like that, when you've been to 2 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl and you almost win the dang thing, he's for sure their guy. I have no questions at all about it.
He actually, I think he has 4 playoff wins.
Oh, 4, even more. Okay.
Yeah. I think Brock Purdy is their guy for now. I think Brock Purdy is their guy until they can find one of the 5. And who are the 5? The 5 are the quarterbacks that, regardless of their talent, they can still get their team to the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, regardless of talent, can still get his team to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they can get their team to the playoffs regardless of talent. Stafford in Los Angeles can get his team to the playoffs regardless of talent. Outside of that, who else you want? Who else you want better than Brock Purdy? Now, things have to go right for Brock. But as I was composing this take, Shady, I was thinking to myself, things got to go right for a lot of people. When Jalen Hurts had players injured last year, they were one and done in the playoffs, bounced by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were not even like that. But when the Eagles had their roster healthy, you saw what the Eagles did. They went to the Super Bowl. Last year when the Niners roster was healthy, you saw what they did. Not only did they go to the Super Bowl, they held the lead in overtime of that game. If Fred Warner and company can get a stop against Patrick Mahomes, they win the Super Bowl. The Niners had it down to 4th down against the Chiefs in overtime. Get a stop and you win the game. Brock Purdy's good enough to get you to the Super Bowl. He's good enough to give you a lead in overtime of the Super Bowl. Thus, he's good enough to win the Super Bowl. Is he good enough to carry a is he good enough to carry a talent-depleted roster to the playoffs? No. But I would suggest only Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes are. Because, by the way, Joe Burrow didn't either. So, yes, Brock Purdy is the guy, Shady, for now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I like Brock Purdy for the Niners. He's a franchise guy under the right conditions and the right number. I think whatever that number is, it got to be structured where you can still get some good players with him. Because I don't think he's good enough to just carry a Niners team if the defense ain't as good as it was in the past, or maybe the skill positions are not as good as it was in the past. I don't think he's that quarterback. And I think a lot of that this year shows you a little bit of that. The guys you talked about, them Josh, them Mahomes, right, and Lamar, they can carry any team. So they should be getting different money.
Yeah.
But I do think that Brock Purdy is good enough. I don't look at him as the Sam Darnold, like same lens like that. I think he's really good. Just they got to be under the right situation and the right money.
Brock Purdy's their guy. I mean, you got a guy that fits perfect with a coach, came in there, played really, really well. Obviously, we talk about the talent around him, but even at times, Brock Purdy has shown you that he could play off schedule. When you turn Brock Purdy's tape on, he has shown you that he could play off schedule and make those guys around him better, too, and make some plays. So he is their guy, especially for that system. But I'm with Shady. It's all about the right number. I think it's time to stop giving Trevor Lawrence and Tuas and all this just because you're the next man up the highest dollar. You understand what I'm saying? The Dak Prescotts and all that, just because they are the next man up, the highest dollar. Not saying none of these dudes are bad quarterbacks. All these dudes are good quarterbacks in the National Football League. But all these dudes is not the Patty Mahomes and the Lamar Jacksons and all that type of stuff. There's a lot of dudes on that list that should have got paid how they play, not because they were the next man up. So with Brock Purdy, I truly believe, and I said this before, I put him and Baker Mayfield in the same conversation. I believe Baker Mayfield on the Niners with Kyle Shanahan would do really, really well. Baker Mayfield right now got 40 touchdown passes back-to-back years. He has took his team to the playoffs. And we all know they don't got the talent as the Niners. We know that. So I believe a number around that type of number, $100 million guaranteed or something?
He's going to get way more than that.
Probably. But what I'm saying is, it got to be at the right
Here's my
number.
problem, though.
Do you think they might start correcting,
No.
If they
Not with the salary cap.
don't do it with Brock.
It's not. Well,
That's my
it won't
problem.
happen.
I don't disagree with anything Shady said about Trevor Lawrence
No.
and getting too much money. I don't disagree with you, Jay. Brock's not the guy to fix the problem with.
Nope.
Brock took the Niners to a Super Bowl and gave them a lead against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Brock took the Niners to the NFC Championship game. And had he not gotten hurt, who knows what would have happened. Brock Purdy has 4 playoff wins in 3 years. We use the name Lamar Jackson because he's the most famous. But Josh Allen only got 5 playoff wins. I say only. He's 5-5. Lamar Jackson only got himself 2 playoff wins. Russell Wilson ain't got himself no playoff wins in the last 8 years. So we say only, but like, don't fix the problem with Brock. Fix the problem with Darnold.
You said it, though, Acho.
What's that?
You said the Niners should commit to him until they find their guy.
Yes, but
that
to me,
you want to pay all that money to.
To me,
and that's worth all that money.
The Rams were committed to Jared Goff until they could get themselves one of them ones. Matthew Stafford is one of them ones. But the Rams made Jared Goff the highest paid quarterback in the National Football League right after Carson Wentz. Goff. Jared Goff was their guy. Move full steam ahead until you find one of them ones. But like I alluded to Shady, and I think Shady agreed, there's only 3. And Josh and Lamar can't win it without talent. They can just get you to the playoffs. They can buy a ticket. Pat's the only one who can win it with a talent-depleted roster. Don't fix it with Purdy. Purdy's not the one to correct with. Shady, he went to a Super Bowl, bro, and had a lead.
But the funny thing is, like, so when you talk about this type of money, which is elite money, right? You say with elite money, elite guys get it. And Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes, no matter what the talent you have on the team, defense is playing bad, whatever it is, I'm going to take your team and I'm going to carry y'all to the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because that's elite money.
Yes, sir.
You can put Joe in there, too.
So,
no, you can't, because Joe didn't do it this year.
But Joe took his team to the Super Bowl. He was the number 1 pick.
Let me stay on my take.
What?
Right, let me stay on my take. I get argued about it later. What I'm saying is, the elite money we talking about. So I'm going to give these guys, them 3 guys, the money because they deserve it, because they can take my team no matter what it looks like to the playoffs. Potentially a championship, potentially. But I look at Brock Purdy, I don't even see that. So I'm not, hear what I'm saying? I'm about to pay you elite money, and I can't guarantee that you can take a struggling team to the playoffs because you can't carry us. So hold on. So my thing is, when I'm talking about elite money, I need elite money to go to guys that can carry a team. That's why I'm saying we got to start correcting this stuff, because when I start looking at the guys getting paid, I don't see Dak Prescott. Hold on. I don't see Dak Prescott carrying a team there. Can't. He hasn't done it.
He ain't done it.
Trevor Lawrence, another one. Oh, my God. Jordan Love, he's a lot of talent, but he's still...
He has not done it.
But I've seen him carry a young team, though. We've seen that.
That is.
Okay, and we know he's good enough to do it. Tua, he doesn't do it. Jared Goff, he's doing it. Justin Herbert, he's in that weird little category, but he's not freaking top 5, top 3. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, when we start arguing about who's getting paid, we need to start having the same ways for every other position. If you can carry this team, I'm going to pay you elite money. But I can't be paying you elite money when you doing above average.
It's a tough situation.
Going 8, 9, and 7, and winning 1 game in the playoffs, that's it.
It's a tough situation.
That's all we're going to get from Baker every year.
It's like, and I'm
crazy. It's embarrassing.
Because I was going to bring up Dak. Like, Dak's $60 million a year. What has he done for you? How many playoff wins?
2.
2.
2 and 5.
He's never made it to the championship game, has he? No. He definitely never made it to the Super Bowl.
I agree with you.
And he finished second in MVP voting. That's great. He had all the leverage in the world because of how they did the contract. But like with Brock, I would actually say, and I'm a big Brock fan, before the start of this year, with what he had put on tape, 18-4 last year, before this year, forget about this year. He was 18-4, 4-2 career playoff record, 2 NFC championship games, a Super Bowl, 6 touchdowns and 1 pick just in the playoffs. I was thinking it's going to be high 50s. Like true, because that's what he put on tape. That's what he did. Now, I think he actually lost some money this year. I still think it's going to be in the 50s, but like 55, 54 a year. But I don't think he's going to get, because of this year, unfortunately, how it went on, I think this year swung the pendulum back in the 49ers' leverage hand, just on how the season went down, even though Brock was up and down. Yeah. But if he would have been up for a contract after his first 2 years, he would have got dang near 60.
Can I say something real quick, Chase? So I played with Brady. I played with Josh Allen. And I played with Mahomes, right? Playing with them dudes, it's funny. Even when Josh was young, like, if guys are injured or hurt on defense, right, where we maybe, he's 2 guys defense are hurt, we got to put more points up. Or maybe on the offense, the star running back's not playing, the star left tackle's not playing, the 2 wide receivers are not playing. It didn't matter, because they going to win, right? It wasn't even a question mark. Playing with guys, and I play with guys like Brock Purdy, who's good, but not like super great and all that, we are worried. All right, dang, He ain't playing. All right, how we gonna figure out this offense? Oh man, defense not playing. We worried. So what I'm saying is the guys I'm paying all that money to, I'm not worrying who's playing, who's not playing because they elevate the whole offense, the whole team, the whole defense. Brock Purdy, if certain guys are not playing on the team, I am worried, and I'm cautious of how we gonna do this.
It's just a tough.
Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
No,
it does. But it's just a tough situation because who would you take, Herbert or Purdy?
I mean, it's a talent conversation.
System,
But that's what I'm getting at because a lot of these dudes are getting paid off of pure talent, right? A lot of these dudes are getting paid off of you in the right system and you're winning.
Yeah. Or you next.
Are you next? So that's why I think it's a tough situation because we can't sit up here and argue Herbert should be making $52 million, but we can because we see how tall he is. We see his arm. We see how special of a talent he is. When you watch Brock Purdy, you don't see a special talent, but you see a guy that can win. So I believe we're looking at it like we don't see the talent of Herbert. We don't see the talent of Love, but he winning more than them. You understand what I'm saying? So they're getting paid off. Maybe they talent. Maybe they ceiling of what it can be. He's getting paid off. He's in the right system, and his team is winning. And that's the tough part about paying these quarterbacks all that money.
And back to Shady's point, is like, why are we keep paying these guys this? The number just keeps going up because the salary cap is going up exponentially every year. So if you do those numbers, percentage of the salary cap, even when Brady was playing, Mahomes is out. Like he took a baseball contract. Like let's throw Mahomes' contract out of this. But if you look at the percentage of salary cap, it's pretty even to what these top tier quarterbacks are getting, and not even near the top. Like 3% or 4% of the salary cap goes to the quarterback. You can still build a winning team.
You know what I'm scared about though, Chase? This is what I'm scared about. I'm scared that the rate we're going to be paying guys like Trevor Lawrence and Tua at one time. It's going to be $70 million one day.
No doubt.
And then the other guys, like running backs, we still going to be fighting to get contracts.
Not this past year.
A dude like, Derrick Henry has 1,900 yards, bro. He's making $8 million, something like that?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Look at Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs.
What are we talking about? But there's only 2 of them dudes.
3. That's Saquon.
Okay, 3 of them guys. Saquon just got to $12 million.
But you would say it's a complete shift in the running
It's
back market.
not. It's not because other backs are going to still show to get that money. You know what I'm saying? And for the quarterbacks, it's not even an argument. Oh, okay, well, I mean, even though he's been bad for 6 years, but he's playing really good, he might make $120 million. And a guy like Josh Jacobs, who led the league in rushing, he's a rushing champ on the Raiders. Not the Eagles with the best offensive line, the Raiders.
Who would you rather have?
Hold on, man. Hold on. No. And they never even offered him a contract.
Nope.
They didn't even offer him a contract. Saquon. I don't know where the Giants would be at without him. You don't want to give him $12 million?
But the dilemma,
you get what I'm saying?
I feel you, Shady.
What's the most important position?
How about this? What about the wide receivers then? Because they're important.
30.
They're not as important.
35.
And the problem
not even
is,
close to as important.
It's unfortunate, and you're in the
crazy, bro.
Eagles Hall of Fame, Shady, so you're already set, you're solidified.
It's tough, man.
Running backs just aren't as important as quarterbacks. Nobody
Until
is.
you need one.
That's still not.
Like
That's still
this.
not.
If Saquon Barkley wasn't playing versus the Packers, I'd be like, that's unfortunate. If Jalen Hurts ain't playing, I don't want to touch the game.
No, you're not.
I don't want to touch the game.
Not. And Saquon ain't playing, you what?
Shady, I'd be like, that is unfortunate.
It's not the
the
most
Eagles
important
would still
position.
be the favorites.
I'm not saying that the quarterbacks is
If
not.
Josh Jacobs wasn't playing, we'd be like, that's unfortunate. If Jordan Love's not playing, bet the house on
Who's
the
their
Eagles.
backup?
Listen, the quarterbacks is very important because there's only one of them. All I'm saying is just correct the market. That's all I'm saying.
not gonna happen, though.
Like guys that the guys that earn it. That's all I'm all about earning stuff.
Yeah.
The guys that earn that elite money. Think about this though. You telling me you could play above average and get elite money? Tell me how that makes sense.
If you go to the Super Bowl, you earned it. And if you're ahead in the Super Bowl, he earned. Darnold, I'm with you. Purdy he doesn't belong in this conversation. Even Baker, I'm with you. But Shady, 4 playoff wins.
Purdy deserves all that
But I'm
money he's
saying
getting.
Purdy deserves the bread.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
Purdy.
But this thing about this though, and I'm off it. All I'm saying is, if I'm gonna give you this top tier elite money, I'm not worried about if my star wide receiver's not playing, right? Or my all-pro linebacker, or my all-pro running back. Because I know the higher paid corporate that I'm paying,
We still got a
he
chance.
can elevate all that. We got a chance. With Brock Purdy, Baker, all these other dudes y'all like to talk about, Sam Darnold, respectfully. Now, Brock Purdy is a little different conversation than them dudes. What I'm saying is like, yo, if these certain guys don't play around him, we're probably going to lose.
Agreed, but
so why do I need to pay you that much?
But
My
it's
question.
3 of them. It's Lamar, it's Josh, it's Baker. Josh and Pat. It's Lamar, it's Josh, it's Pat. Because again, we've never seen Joe without Jamar and T. We've just never seen it.
So why?
We've just never seen it.
So my thing is the same.
We've never seen it.
But look. Why can't we do this real quick? Why can't we do this real quick? So it's the same way.
You gotta put Joe.
The same way in the wide receiver. I'm gonna use some wide receivers. The same way in the wide receivers market, right? Where St. Brown had big numbers. He's up next. A.J. Brown, he's super nice. But they not jumping over J.J., right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get elite, but you can't get the top tier because
you're not the top.
Because you're not there. My thing with the quarterbacks, y'all look, pay Brock Purdy, pay them dudes, but nowhere on earth, on God's earth, where Brock Purdy, freaking Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, and Tua is going to make more than Lamar, make more than Josh Allen, make more than Pat. That should never happen. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep everything in perspective. That's all I want to say, bro. I don't hate on the quarterback getting their money. I dislike how they doing it. Treat the quarterback market the same way you treat the running back and the wide receivers and every position market. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
You can't
fair.
treat the position.
You paying average dudes elite money.
That's fair.
Think about being on that team. You making way more than all of us, and you're not even better than us.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.